Dad, what's the future gonna look like?
Well, everybody knows Eric Allison. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Joann Muller. I cover the future of transportation for Axios. I write a newsletter about the future of mobility. So this is fantastic for me. All the companies I cover all in one place. But I'm really happy to talk to you, Eric. Just briefly, what were you looking at there?
Yeah, so this is something that literally just happened in the last 24 hours. We have one of our prototype aircraft in Japan right now at the Osaka Expo. And we kind of did the first official demonstration flight there with one of our pilots. So you saw at the end there, like, honestly, the ending just gives me chills. It's so amazing with the engagement that we have from the public. We have like hundreds and hundreds of people as we were just getting ready to fly at the fence every day. It's amazing. It just shows the public excitement that's happening as this technology is transitioning from being something that was science fiction that we talked about 5, 7 years ago, even longer, to something that's very real. We're flying these things every day. We're driving towards certification. You're going to be on one soon.
Well, that's the thing that I really wanted to talk about, which is you're getting closer to certification. The technology is real, but you still have to turn it into a business.
That's right.
And I'd love to hear Joby's philosophy. What exactly is going to be your business model? Are you going to sell aircraft? Are you going to run the service? Explain to us how you're thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So at Joby, we kind of think of ourselves in three kind of channels in some sense, right? So Joby, people think of the aircraft, which gets all the attention because it's beautiful and it's stunning when you hear it or don't hear it when it flies. So we're obviously building and certifying this aircraft, the air taxi that everyone will be flying in. We are building the service, though. So we're building the software, the operational muscle, the service to actually be able to deliver it into your pocket through an app, through our integration with Uber, one of our key partners, through ANA, like you saw, or with Delta, our airline partner here in the US. And then we're also building the foundation for what I think of as the next 50 years of innovation in aviation, which you see so much of examples for here as well. But it's got to be aviation grade, and that's what we're building on a daily basis. So on that question of going to market, though, we just actually completed an acquisition of Blade's passenger business. Just a few weeks ago, we closed that deal. Incredibly excited to jumpstart that future of service and operation with just what incredible experience. I'll just give you an example. This weekend in New York City, Blade provided the vertical lift for the Ryder Cup. And over the course of 3 days, 3.5 days roughly, we moved almost 2,500 people, 350 flights. We had 15 landing zones at Bethpage. It was pretty wild. So it's like one of the largest non-military helicopter operations, movement of people, basically ever. And it's just the beginning, though. So incredibly
exciting. Vision is that you will basically sub in the Joby aircraft for these traditional helicopters. So that's like
exactly.
a built-in market already for you, is what you're saying.
It's a fantastic starting point. And I mean, and fundamentally, the technology that we're bringing to bear with Joby, I mean, I brought this propeller. It's a prop.
I thought that was your surfboard.
Right? Yeah, it's right. This is one of our propeller blades. This is actually one of the blades that basically is exactly the same as what you saw flying in that video from Osaka. This is some of our secret sauce. So this propeller technology allows the aircraft to have a dramatically lower sound profile. And so what this lets us do is expand the markets. So there already is a market for helicopters that Blade's a fantastic, like the best representation of worldwide, basically. But we can make this dramatically bigger by solving some of those fundamental problems, acoustics being a huge part of that, because then people want it even closer and closer and closer to them, because not everyone loves the sound of the roar of the helicopters and the excitement that we see here at a summit like this on a daily basis, right? So we got to fit in, and this lets us do it.
All right, well, so let's talk a little bit about commercialization. Your first market is actually not in the United States. It's in UAE, right? Dubai, is it?
That's certainly one of the early target markets for us, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you've got to get the certification here. Can you talk a little bit about the new actions that the Trump administration's doing to accelerate this, the new program for pilot deployments? Yeah,
so kind of maybe going in order quickly on that. So we have a deal with Dubai We're going to be able to launch air taxi service there in Dubai, partnership with the Road Transport Authority, which is the ground, actually, and also the air taxi regulator in the Emirate of Dubai. Incredibly exciting, huge tourist destination, lots of excitement around this idea. We have a team there right now actually working on things as well. So that's going to be fantastic. We have a pathway with the UAE FAA, effectively called the GCAA, to get provisional kind of approvals to do commercial flights, targeting next year for that. So that's incredibly exciting. The new wrinkle in this is the EIPP. So the EIPP is this pilot program that was announced in the Drone Dominance Executive Order from a few months ago. FAA now has put out guidance around applications. Governments, state and local governments have to apply to be part of this, and then companies attach and work with the state and local governments to do innovative early deployments of these vehicles. And so we'll see where we can, what happens first, right? Where things get deployed first. I think that it's just a great example of innovative thinking. I think in this space, in the transportation space, it's so critical that we establish the next 50 years of dominance in the aviation industry, the same way America has dominated the industry up to this point, with our ideas, with our products. And this is the next transition to this new type of propulsion system that lets software control the airplane in ways that were never possible before. It's incredibly exciting, and we're laying the foundation for this, and we're off to the races.
So this EIPP program is really the way the drone industry kind of got going. Adam talked about it earlier today. Do you think it's an effective way to bring the technology to market in the United States?
That we'll see how it plays out, right? But I think it's incredibly promising. So we have to work with the state and local partners to craft the right kind of form of this. But I think it's an amazing opportunity, and the FAA's got a lot of authority to be able to do innovative things. And I think what we have is an administration that wants to use that opportunity, use that authority, and drive forward with this new technology and make sure that America cements its place on developing this.
Can you give us any kind of a sneak peek on how you think you will participate in this program?
So we're talking to lots of people, as you might imagine, lots of state and local governments. We have a huge list of folks that we're talking to, and more to come. But I think there's some really great opportunities for how to accelerate commercial deployment and even accelerate post-certification work. I think there's a number of acceleration opportunities that we have here, and we're going to pursue them.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about is manufacturing, because you're going to be manufacturing these planes. Toyota is an investor in Joby. I'm sure they're known for great manufacturing skills. Tell me how that's working and where you are in manufacturing at this point.
So we are taking a vertically integrated approach, probably more than just about anyone else in the industry. We are designing, building, testing, certifying almost everything in the aircraft. We have some great suppliers, just not too many of them. Garmin's one of our suppliers of avionics. I met another supplier that is making antennas for us. So we've got some great suppliers, but we build a lot of this ourselves. And so we've built out the capabilities to do this. And right now we're putting together kind of in final assembly right now the aircraft that FAA pilots will fly in TIA, which is going to be incredibly exciting. That's the next huge gate that we're driving to as a company, driving toward early next year to start those TIA flight tests. It's going to be amazing. But to do that, we have to build the right kind of fabric of our manufacturing capabilities. And it has to cover across a lot of surface area. We're building battery modules, we're building computers, wiring harnesses, composite structures, propeller blades. We're building electric motors, like the best electric motors in the world. We're building all of this. Like everything you see here, we're building in our factories right now. Pilot factories, we've got to scale it up from there. But what we're doing is we're building out those capabilities, we're building out the systems and the web of software that allows us to leverage that vertical integration and really use that to our advantage so that we don't just certify one thing, we certify many things. We are able to certify iterations of things. So we're really building out that expertise across the board there, and it's going to be really important downstream.
Wouldn't it have been easier to find suppliers, partner with companies? Why do it yourselves?
Well, we look at this, even now, where you look at whether or not we should make or buy or work with a supplier, and what we find is that oftentimes, and this has certainly been very true in the past, it's changing a little bit going forward, but the capabilities for what we need just aren't there. So we have to either pay a supplier to do the development, or we could do it ourselves, and we often can do it faster ourselves. So that's kind of the way we end up making those decisions. It's just the technology is new. It's evolving.
Right.
It's changing. And it won't be that way forever, almost certainly. But I think for this space and time, that's the fastest way for us to move.
Okay. Now, as I understand it, Joby has sort of a proprietary charging system. Charging is going to be an important part of the infrastructure to allow these electric aircraft to fly everywhere. Tell me your philosophy on that and whether you think you'll stick with that. I mean, I think about in the auto industry, everybody gravitated eventually to the Tesla standard.
It worked out well for Tesla, right?
It did work out for Tesla.
I'm very thankful every time I plug my Tesla in. So yeah, we have developed a standard. We've developed a system. We've actually been working with SAE and others to make it a standard. We call it G-EACS, Global Electric Aircraft Charging System. And basically, we designed it because we needed something that was tailored to air taxis. And so we have 4 independent high voltage batteries in our aircraft. We charge them independently. So we've designed a charger and connectors that can charge multiple batteries independently through the same charger. And then critically, we also condition the battery at the same time. Our charging system has coupled conditioning and charging, and actually they know about each other. And so the profiles of charging and conditioning are coupled together. And so we can actually by doing charging that way, we preserve the battery. And so we've done in our labs like 10,000 representative flight cycles on our battery system, which really goes straight to the economics of making the business work when we're flying air taxis back to back to back every day.
So final question, what's the one thing that would enable you to scale faster?
There is no magic bullet. I think that's the simple answer. To build scale, and deliver to customers a certified aircraft that is going to be used by tens, hundreds, thousands, and millions of people on a daily basis, you've got to do the hard work. And that hard work is hard. Hard things are hard, right? And so there's no substitute to doing it right, and that's what we are building on every single day.
All right. Well, Eric, Allison, we're out of time, so thank you.
Thank you.
The future is gonna be awesome.